So then it turns out with the new Yu-Gi-Oh series, there is a new type of summoning, and it's called Link Summon. Let's look into it then, shall we? So first of all, I want to give a massive shout out to Ryan Craig, who linked me to this on my Twitter. Right then, so for the new Yu-Gi-Oh series, we have got introduced to Link Summons. So I had a little read through the article just to try and figure out how this sort of summoning style works. Didn't fully understand it myself, so we're going to have to try and learn this together. But I'm just going to dive right into it and read it to you guys. So introducing Link Summon and changes to the dueling field, as well as Pendulum Summons. So we've got some changes to the field, which you're going to see in a bit. It's going to be a bit weird. First of all, this is the new type of card. This is a Link monster, or it's called a Cyber something monster. I'm not too sure. But it's a blue card, which is weird considering we have ritual monsters already. But I do like the kind of design on the card. That is cool. These are the main things here, these little arrows in the corner. Those are your links. Basically, when you see what the field looks like now, it can be above every one of the cards. So cards, like, is it perpendicular, like horizontal to them, whatever it is? Those are what you can link with. And it says link free in the corner. That may be how many monsters it can link to, because as you can see, it's got one more at the top. So it can link to above and to the sides. This is going to sound really confusing. It's confusing to me too, but here we go. So here we go. The monster, Yusaku's Ace Monster Decode Talker. It's a Dark Cybers type Link effect monster. So that's important. It's the Link effect monster, which means it's a Link monster. Weirdly enough, it's got a link of 3, so 3 links, and it's got 2300 attack, which is strange for a main character's Ace monster. We're used to 2500, so that's a bit weird. And it has 2 effects. It requires 2 or more effect monsters to be summoned. So it needs to have 2 links, I think, to be summoned. Not too sure how that works just yet. This card gains 500 attack for each monster linked to it. When an opponent's monster card effect that targets a card you control is activated, contribute 1 of your monsters linked to this card, negate the activation if you do, destroy it. So you can see how the link effects work into its actual effects. That's not important. Let's go a bit further. Look at those distinctive link markers. Use these markers to develop brand new strategies. It goes into your extra deck. So this is an extra deck monster then now. So this is going to be something new. And of course, these are the links that you want to link to other monsters. Okay, we're sort of following this kind of so far. There are 2 ways of link summoning. Send materials to the grave equal to the link number. So send 3 monsters to the grave if it's a link 3. Okay. You can link summon something from your extra deck by sending the same number of monsters that meet the material requirements written in the card's effect box, whose total numbers equal to the link number from the field to the graveyard. So this sounds like you have to have 3 monsters on your side of the field, tribute all 3 to link summon the new monster. Do those monsters go to the grave then? Is that what I just read? Yeah, it says they go to the grave. So that's kind of how I'm reading it. Decrease materials by using link monsters. Link monsters are treated as the same number of materials as its link number. However, to use them, you must match the requirements written on the card. So, yep, not too sure. In the case of Decode Talker, you can either use 3 effect monsters or use 1 link 2 effect monster and 1 effect monster. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense now. So 3 effect monsters, specifically states effect monsters, that's interesting. Or use 1 link 2, so a monster with a link 2 in and an effect monster, or probably like a link 1 if that's possible, and 2 effect monsters. Okay, we're kind of understanding it a little bit more. It's just kind of like a new tribute summon from the extra deck is what I'm kind of reading. Pay attention to the direction of the link markers. The zones pointed to by each link marker and the cards in them will be affected by the link monster, and this will create new strategies. We also hear they have no defense. Link monsters have no defense points. Oh shit, I didn't even notice that. Let's have a look again. Yeah, no defense. Oh, I thought it was a bit weird that they didn't have his attack point, his defense points on this bit, but yeah, no defense. Link monsters have no defense points, and they have the special characteristics of being unable to change their battle positions or turning to defense position by effects. So you'll find out later that if you try to Book of Moon this monster, it won't work. So the newly created extra monster zone. Are you ready, guys? This is what the field looks like now. We have 2 new slots here. So there's your Pendulum Zones, I think. I think they're the Pendulum Zones anyway. You need probably like a translator. There's your deck, there's your graveyard. No, sorry, your extra deck. No, Pendulum Zones go here now. Wait, what? Now I'm confused. So we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monster card zones. you've got your graveyard, you've got your deck, you've got your pendulum zones, you've got 3 spell and trap card zones down here. Now, when you read a little bit later on, because there's 2 zones here, they're actually up for grabs, and you can only use one of them. So if you wanted this one, for example, you put your card into there, and that now belongs to you. And as you can see where the links are on this, I'm pointing to the screen, you can't see me, but where I'm gesturing now, that's where the links go. So you kind of want it on either side, really, but you can summon wherever you want. So either one of them is yours. Why is there only 3 spell and trap card zones now? Do pendulum monsters take up a spell and trap card zone now? So you can only have 3 spell and traps? Don't quote me. I might be completely wrong about this, guys. This just might be how this field is looking. But let's move past this because I don't understand it. And I can't read Japanese, obviously. So let's move on. So the newly created Extra Monster Zone. When the duel begins, neither Extra Monster Zone is considered to belong to a specific player. When a player special summons a monster to one of them, that zone then becomes treated as part of that player's field. And the other then becomes treated as the other player's field. The tactics of a duel will change drastically depending on who can grab an extra monster card zone first. The cards in the middle. You just want to get your monster there first. Extra deck monsters like Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Link cannot be summoned to the main monster zone. Extra deck monsters like Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Link cannot be summoned to the main monster zone. Beware. Oh, okay, so these can't go into there. Sorry, that tricked me. I thought it was saying that Xyz monsters and Synchro monsters can't get summoned to the monster card zones. They have to go up here now. That scared the shit out of me. So what has been the monster zone up till now is now the main monster zone. Okay, so keep that in mind. The Pendulum Zone is on the left and right of the Spell and Trap card zones. You can use it as a normal Spell and Trap zone, but when you place a Pendulum card there, it is treated as a Pendulum Zone. So I think that confirms the fact that we now only have 3 Spell and Trap card zones, along with the other 2 Spell and Trap card zones, but if you put your Pendulums in there, you've only got 3 spaces left. That is going to shake up the game quite a bit if that is right, and I'm reading this correct. So we've got another image here, and this just shows you something. I don't really understand it myself, but yeah, that's that. The zones pointed at by link markers can be used to bring out extra deck monsters, okay? So although extra deck monsters can only be summoned to the extra monster zone normally, if you have a link monster in the extra monster zone, the zones pointed at by their link markers can be used to summon extra deck monsters. So if you get out a link monster quickly, you can bring out Fusion, Synchro, and Xyz monsters in succession. Of course, you can summon another link monster in one of these zones, so if you play your cards right, you can fill your entire main monster zone with extra deck monsters. The new metagame will require careful consideration of where to place monsters. So I don't understand what you're saying about how you can get other monsters out really quickly with a link to. I have no idea. So this was a quick Q&A that they did there. So this is some things, if you wanted to ask these questions, maybe these will answer them. Question 1. If special summoned an extra deck monster normally, and it goes to the graveyard, and I want to special summon it with Monster Reborn, which zone does it go to? It goes to the main monster zone, not the extra monster zone. There you go. Can you use Book of Moon on Link monsters? Link monsters cannot be face down, so you cannot target them with Book of Moon, so they also can't go in defense, so they can't be like that. If your opponent's only monster is in their extra monster zone, can you attack them directly? If there's a monster in the extra monster zone, unless some kind of effect is in play, you would have to attack that monster first. So it just confirms that is a legitimate monster. Can you destroy 2 set Spell and Trap cards in your leftmost and rightmost Spell and Trap card zones? A card is placed by them by a card effect, a set Spell and Trap cards for them. So, I don't know what Wavering Eyes does, you guys have to tell me, but there's the confirmation right there. 5 Spell and Trap card zones, 2 of them taken up. That is such huge news, that's crazy. That is pretty much everything on the new summons. I may make another video, like, trying to explain how to do the summons. It's so weird that this has come out now I've finished my summoning methods guide. But if you want to go over to this VJump website, Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization, you can see some of the new structure deck cards. So we've got some other Cypher cards here. Like we've got this one here. This one seems to be a Link. Whoa, this one's like a Link 6 or something. What is that? Link 3 1? That's weird. Look how many arrows are on this one. Oh, it's only the Link 1. Oh, so you could probably have a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. What's that? 3, 6, 7, 8? You can have an 8 Link monster. Cool. So yeah, some other cards here. So you can see how the links are working here. How they're linked together. Doesn't really make too much sense. Don't still fully understand it. Maybe you guys will be able to help me out. But guys, that is everything on the new Link summons. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think of the Link summons? What do you think of the look of the monsters? What do you think of having only 5 spell and trap card zones without pendulum zones now? Yeah, I guess this is going to change the way we play the game now. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Thanks for watching.